since I've set foot on a trail which is entirely too long, so I'm going to remedy that today by doing a 6-mile hike followed by a solo overnight camp. I've got a lot of new gear to test out today, so it's kind of going to be like a, I don't know, a mini shakeout trip where I'll just test to see what works, what doesn't. I'm excited about 4 pieces of gear in particular, 2 that I've purchased and 2 that I've made. I've got a new tent and a new water purifier, which I'm really excited about, along with a homemade alcohol stove and a homemade footprint for the new tent that I've made out of polycro. So looking forward to getting started. Hope you guys stick around and come along with me, and let's get this started. It feels really good to be back out. I can't believe how things have changed in such a short time. I mean, for the most part, there's still a little color left, but otherwise, it's brown. You know, the obvious difference is the weather's a lot cooler now. It's supposed to be a little bit above freezing tonight, and there are no mosquitoes, which is nice. There are still ticks. You have to be careful about that, but it's nice not to have the constant buzzing in your ears. So I'm going to enjoy this. It's a Tuesday also, so there's no one here, which suits me just fine because that's the whole point of getting out here today, is to be away from the multitudes. So let's go. I'm going to stop here and get some water for later, and I'm going to be using this new acquisition. I've purchased a Grail ultralight water purifier as opposed to a filter, because in addition to taking bacteria and protozoan out of the water, things like Cryptosporidium, Giardia, E. coli, it also removes viruses, heavy metals, chemicals, antibiotics, all sorts of things, and it does it via a completely different kind of technology, and it also has a carbon filtration element which actually improves the taste of the water. So I'm really anxious to give this a go. It's also fast. This will do a liter of water in about 30 seconds, so that's really good. The actual container holds 16 ounces of water, so 2 presses of this, and I say press because it kind of works like a French press, and I'll show you. So this is the water gathering cup, so you use this for the dirty water, and this is the actual filtration system. So what happens is you fill this with water, and then you kind of press down like a coffee press. So let me show you how quick and easy this is. So what you want to do without falling in is just scoop up some water up to the fill line, just like that. And then you take the top part of the filter and you just put it on top. Now we're going to bring you down and show you the rest of it. So what you do next is just put the filter down on a flat surface and just vent the top a little bit, which is a kind of a cover because you want to prevent cross-contamination as well, and then just push down like so. Not really applying a lot of pressure here, just using my body weight, and that's it. So now that is clean water. So let me show you. I have a Nalgene here, a 32 ounce bottle. And the first pass gives you about 12 ounces of clean drinking water. Do it again. So again, here's our dirty water. Here's our filter element. It goes on top. And then you basically just press down. And it's pushing the water through the filter, purifying it, making it safe to consume. Done. Got a little more this time. It's a new filter, so first press got a little less, but that time, so 2 presses just about filled the 1 liter bottle. You can drink it right from the cup, or put it in another container like this. That's clean drinking water. It's funny, when I'm planning these outings, I have all of these ideas, especially when it comes to filming videos, but as soon as I'm out here and I put the camera on, I just get so caught up in the beauty of, you know, these places that I just can't think of anything to say to the camera. I just go blank. It's amazing. Happens every time. I mean, look at this. I absolutely love this. When I'm sitting at my desk at the office, this is what I'm thinking about. When can I get out here again? Absolutely love it. And there's just something about hiking in the fall. I mean, the air is crisp. There's just a, I don't know, there's a different feel than there is in the summer. No matter what I do, I always feel I could do more. It's wonderful. It's just completely invigorating. So there are bears here where I am, and there are warning signs throughout the forest to, you know, keep your food out of your tent and, you know, take precautions. And one of the precautions I take is I carry bear spray. This clips to my belt, and it's in this holster here. And basically, there's a safety which you would pull off with your finger here, and you know, if the need arose, you can fire it off at a bear. And, you know, it's one of those things like car insurance. You hope never to have to use anything like this, but it's good to know that you have it if you do need it. So fortunately, in all my years of hiking, I've seen evidence of bears. I've seen bear scat, I've seen claw marks on trees, those kinds of things, but I've never actually seen one. So hopefully my luck holds today as well. All right, this will be my spot for the night. I've got a little place to sit down over here, and I've got bushcraft television, so I'll get that going soon. Got to put my my tent up. Just going to clear up a little spot here, and we'll take it from there. So I've made this tent footprint out of a piece of polycro plastic, which is the same stuff that you use in the winter to insulate your windows, the heat and shrink plastic. So very, very strong stuff. And what I've done is just, I've used the tape that came with the kit to make a seam on the edges, and then a piece of duct tape that I've put a grommet through. So the idea is this is measured to the same size as my tent floor, so the tent poles will go in the grommets, and this will form a nice protective barrier between the ground and my tent. So looking forward to trying this out and seeing how it works out. It took me all of 10 minutes to make, and there's enough plastic in the kit to probably make 2 or 3 of these at least. So for a one-person tent, obviously less for a 2-person, but I'm really pleased with how it came out. And like I said, this is very strong stuff. I mean, it looks extremely flimsy, but it's anything but. Well guys, I have to say, I had my first equipment failure, and embarrassingly, it was something I made myself. So I was really excited about using this alcohol stove. I've seen this design on YouTube, and I always thought it was cool, and it would be fun to try to make one myself. But I don't know what I did wrong. Basically, it's two cans, one fits inside the other, with some welder's felt in between the two, and the idea is you put the alcohol here and the felt wicks it up. But I used almost half of my alcohol to try to get not even a cup of water to a boil, and it didn't work. So I'm going to go back to the jet boil. But in the meantime, let me show you my tent. So this is home for the evening. It's my new Alps Mountaineering Lynx 1 tent. This is my third Alps Mountaineering tent, actually. I love this brand. First of all, they're an American company with a physical presence in the state of Missouri, and I've never had an issue with any of their tents. So let me show you what I have inside here. There is a nice vestibule. See if I can get this open one-handed. No, I cannot, so we'll use two. So inside, there's plenty of room. I've got my, this is my lighter weight sleeping bag. It's a snug pack. Let's see. Designed in UK, made in China. But it's rated at 32 degrees Fahrenheit, 0 Celsius. As I said, we're probably not going to see that tonight. It'll be a little above freezing. Below that I have my Thermarest self-inflating pad, which no longer self-inflates. Takes me 4 or 5 breaths to get this up to snuff, but I've got a little lamp up here. Let's see if I can get it on with the, yeah. Testing that out as well. They come 4 to a package, so I brought one with me. Let's see how that performs. But I still haven't had my coffee yet or dinner, and I'm losing the daylight. So what I'm going to do is get my jet boil out, get some water going, have some noodles, and I have some bread and roast beef. I'll make myself a roast beef sandwich. These are already cooked, not dried. I think we are done. Oh yeah. Okay, so we've got our udon noodles, nice and hot, chicken flavored, and a roast beef sandwich, lettuce and tomato, mayo, and pepper. So what we have here is East meets West. So as soon as I sat down to eat, it rained. So fortunately, the rain seems to have let up. So I can have my coffee now as soon as my water is boiled. By the way, when the water is ready, this turns orange. And there we go. We've started to change color. So this water is done. You can see it's boiling. So I'll turn this off. So this is a pod system, but you can also use loose grounds, but I just like the convenience of the pod. So we'll just get this open. This is what it looks like. Just a perfect serving of espresso. Now let's get some hot water here in here. That's it. Then the pod goes on top, like so. And you close it up. Okay. And here's the fun part. Turn it over and push the button. And you get a perfect shot of espresso with the crema. Just in time too, because it's starting to rain again. Oh, that's good. Just what the doctor ordered. Well, I've had to make a mad dash to the tent because it's raining, which was not supposed to happen today. The weather gurus had no rain whatsoever in the forecast, so that's probably why it's raining. I haven't even finished properly setting up yet, so I guess I'll wait for the rain to let up. Hopefully it will let up, and tidy up in here a little bit, and when the rain does end, go back out and make a fire and warm up a little bit. My hands are a little cold, and that's that. So I'll catch you in a little bit. Well, I have a feeling this is going to be a long night. It's only 6 p.m. and it's been raining for about an hour and a half. Raining really hard too. The tent is holding up very well. No leaks, but it is getting a little cold. Yeah, if the rain lets up, I'm going to go back out a little bit. I actually haven't even finished putting all my gear together. I still have a plastic bag full of stuff outside, so, but it doesn't sound like it's going to be letting up anytime soon, so thanks again, weather gurus. But as you can see, you know, it's pretty comfortable in here. I've got my backpack in here. I'm on a pretty comfortable pad. Got my light and my inflatable pillow. You know, it's 7 feet long, so it's pretty spacious. It's just not that wide. But I don't have a signal either for my cell phone, so I'm pretty much alone with my thoughts here. Should have brought a Kindle or something. Well, it'll be early to bed and early to rise, it looks like. As long as the tent doesn't leak, it's all good. But condensation doesn't seem to be a problem so far. We'll see. But yeah, anyway, I'll check back with you in a bit unless I go to sleep. Well, it's 10 past 9 and it's still raining. The tent is very dry. I'm nice and cozy in here. Perhaps a little too cozy. I am missing my two-person tent. I'm not gonna lie. I really can't sit up in here. And to be honest, I'm kind of tired of
just lying around. So I'm going to have a candy bar, for lack of anything better to do. I'm not really hungry, just getting a little antsy in here. It's gonna be a long night. I tell you, for a rainstorm that wasn't in the forecast, it hasn't let up. It's a little bit on the cold side too, but I'm warm. I'm warm in here. I'm warm under my sleeping bag. Still have my down jacket on and my fleece shirt, so I'm good. Just isn't enough to enough room to, you know, move around and do what I want to do in here, but well, I'll just sit here and listen to the rain some more. Well, good morning. It just rained relentlessly last night. So I ended up spending, instead of a good 6 hours in this tent, I spent 15. So it was a bit of a long night. And I'm not one of these people who enjoys the sound of rain hitting a tarp or a tent. Oh, it was a long one, as I predicted it would be. The tent did hold up well, but there are some spots where a little water got in. I think it's because I didn't stake it out far enough. But it got cold last night as well. I ended up putting on every article of clothing I own. So, lesson learned. Yeah, I should have staked this out farther. The tent walls were hitting the interior walls, so it's causing a bit of issue with little moisture getting in. But all in all, I'm very pleased with the tent. It's a great tent, and I will be using it again. I just don't want to ever use it again in a rainstorm where I have to spend so much time in it. I think I would have enjoyed having my other one with me, which is a two-person. Would have been a lot more room to sit up. Would have been a lot easier on my back. But anyway, time to shake off all the water, pack up, and get going. So once again, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. As far as the new equipment and gear that I was testing out, everything seems to work well except for the alcohol stove. For that, it's back to the drawing board, but that's part of the fun. Okay, my friends, I will see you on the next time. I'm tired. Need coffee. I'll see you next time. Ciao.